All right, we are live on eBay and YouTube as well. Good morning, good afternoon for those of you joining me out on the East Coast. Jeremy coming to you live here from these Hobby Legends studios in Southern California on another, hopefully, potential Superfractor Saturday. We were not successful, I think, 2 weeks in a row now on Saturdays. So, today I have to pull a one of one for someone. That is the goal, as always, on Saturdays. Hope everybody's had a great week. They're setting in for some playoff football. We got 2 games today, 3 tomorrow, and then 1 on Monday. Can't wait. This is a full case of 2025 Allen and Ginter. Nice product to start the day with. Oh my God. Our last case was really good. I think we had 9 autos in our last case. And some really good ones to boot. Al Pacino, Livy Dunn to 50 or 99, I think. So hopefully we get a case that's just as good as that one today. I want to thank you, everybody. Good luck to you if you're in the break. And thanks for hanging out if you're not in the break. Here we go, box number 1. Let's see what stuff, fun little oddities we can find today. Kate Orton on our silver portraits and one for the State Birds spot. Someone wanted it more than you. Jackson Merrill on the mini. It does happen. Scott Morris, super agent there. And a mini of Andrew Benintendi. Roy Campanella on the A&G mini. Go away. Mackenzie Gore silver portrait. Edgar Cuero base mini. I saw a box of Allen Ginter X. That product is always so loaded. Two autographs. 2 numbered autos in one box. Shine on the full-size chrome. There's one for the 50 fish spot, the swordfish, if you will. Go away. First hit, going to be a mini framed relic of Lawrence Butler on the game-used piece of the jersey. Butler spot on the board. There we go. Shane Halter on the portrait. Roger Maris, A&G back. Light the Night mini. All right, Jason, good luck. Hopefully I can find some Marcelo Mayer for you. Will Clark silver portraits and mini black border there of Rhett Lauder. Song Kim Chrome. Mini of Craig Biggio. What's up, Tom? How we doing today? Harmon Killebrew on a silver portrait, as well as Alexis Ohanian. Lou Bob on the A&G mini. I know. Have we pulled a super? I don't think we've pulled a super out of A&G, so that'd be fun. Jazz Chisholm on the mini. Did you put the grading? Corey Seager on the silver portrait. Jeremy Pena, A&G mini. If you would be so kind as to do that for me, Arturo. Keenan Thompson, chrome. 3 chromes already in this box. Mini chrome of Hae-Sung Kim. Bobby Witt Jr. Silver Portraits and Ken Griffey Jr. on the base mini. Yeah. Founder of one of those Jacob deGrom on the filigree and a Jim Rice high number. We got Light the Night mini there. Yeah, it says he's the co-founder of Reddit. Founder of Reddit. Oh, this pack is a little weird. Okay. Bryce Terang Portraits and Mini Black Border of Junior Caminero. He's a pretty big deal. Jackson Holiday base mini. All right, so Goose Gossage and some Hurston Waldrop. How about Sammy Sosa, though, on that game-used bat relic? For slamming Sammy. So 2 relics in box 1. Joey G on the silver portrait. Mini black border of Fichtner. I hope I can find something for you, Big Show. Yeah, I've been having it rough, too, in my breaks. Oof. Cal Raleigh on the base mini. I got 0 cards in a Pixar Gold break with 3 spots. Not even a base card. I was like, oh, God. There went $250. Fitzgerald on the silver portrait. Imanaga on the A&G back. Yeah, it's literally, it's Disney Gilded. Is Griffey on another base mini. Refractor of Stan Musial and Abner Powell on the silver portrait. There's one for the State Bird spot. Robin Yount on the base mini. I got into a full case break of God, what's the new football? Not Impeccable. Is it Impeccable? No. Immaculate. I took the Jets in an Immaculate team break, which wasn't super expensive for the product, but it was still not cheap. Not a single card in 6 boxes. I was like, well, I'm not doing so good lately here. Maybe it's time to take a little break. Yeah. Well, and then you have, like, literally, it's Toy Story is probably 50% of the product because there's so many Toy Story characters and movies. But I got into a second one and did better. I hit a Doug case hit, the gold short print, you know. The Pixar Gold insert, Fichtner on the portrait. We got the Mandarin fish. Larry, good morning to you as well. So, like, that one card paid for the spot. So I was like, that's pretty cool. We got Jackson Jobe on the full-size chrome and mini of Shota Imanaga. Brandon Nimmo on the portraits and a mini of Keenan Thompson. Yeah, best card breaks. I've been breaking with him since 2020. Polar Bear on the foil filigree. Willie Adamas on the A&G mini. Because obviously I can't get into the breaks here anymore, so. Zach Reichel on the silver portraits and a Johnny Bench mini. Tatis on the N22 variation, a little shorter printed on those minis. And relic there of another nice one, game used bat relic of Jim Rice. It's pretty sweet that we're hitting the retired relics. Definitely like those a lot better than the current players. We got Boyd on the silver portrait, a mini Hawk on the black border. Yeah. Yep. Another filigree, that's going to be Jeff Bagwell. But those are those products, too, though. If you do hit something, Mockingbird on the State Birds, you usually hit something really good, you know, in them shorter printed products that are more expensive. Already our case hit X-Fractor, and that's a sweet one. The Machine, Albert Pujols on the X-Fractor. You know, they did good on these, man. I haven't seen a lot of QC issues on the X-Fractors out of Ginter. Zahn on the silver portraits, and we got the Rocket there on the mini black border. Yeah, right? So have I. Oh, no, I bought some spots. Strawberry on the mini. I'm going to keep chasing this guy. Former Halo. I wish they wouldn't have traded him. Whoo! How much is a Nick Kurtz refractor? Woof, that one looks good too, man. That is centered nicely. That is definitely a good candidate to grade. Oh, no, I take that back. There's a little ding up there. If you can see that in the corner. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Silver portrait of Felix Hernandez. Maria Sorbello on the A&G back. Yeah, Bowman draft, that's good. We got the number 2 pick, my Halos do, so hopefully I can get into some breaks and try to get some nice Tyler Bremners, like a, you know, nice little red color match. Oh, good luck, man. Yeah, I've been in a bunch of breaks through Update and Cosmic and haven't hit really much shine on the mini, so. Oh, yeah, Lindor, you got to try for that Mr. Smiles. Yeah. Drewski on the silver portrait. DJ Mighty Me on the A&G back. Oh, I would love to pull an Alter Egos, man. I want to see one of those cards so bad. Yu Darvish on the mini. That's why I take the White Sox in the team breaks, because Frank Thomas has one. And they're usually not expensive. So, Ichiro, silver portrait. Light the Night mini. Abner Powell on that base mini. Andrew Romine, silver portrait and mini of Willie McCovey. There's another Boris, that time on the chrome, and we've got a mini of Rod Carew A&G. Always, Timmy. Christopher Morel on the game-used relic. I'll feel even better, though, when we start pulling something besides relics out of these boxes. That's 2 boxes with both relics. Bob Gibson on the portrait. Jacob Wilson base mini. I'm hoping we pull a debut patch, too. We still haven't pulled one this year. Kirk Gibson on the A&G mini. Because they were hit so fast, Tom. Michelle Fitzgerald, silver portrait. Nolan Ryan on the mini. You know, the number 2, number 1, like, some think it was Ellie, some think it was, I think it was Skeens. Another Kurtz, that time on the full-size chrome. There's one for the beach in its spot. The fervor is what drove that. I mean, there's still what? Is Yamamoto still out there from last year, I think? Jim Tomey portraits and a Bo Bichette, followed by mini black border of Jackson Merrill. Yeah, the Kurtz was hit real fast, which was easily the biggest one this year. Paul Skeens on the mini. Speaking of Skeens, to end box number 2. Yeah, it was the biggest guy was already gone in the first couple of days, so it makes it hard for the fervor to build. A lot of the good names. It felt like more of it was being ripped this year at the very beginning of it, as opposed to last year where it seemed to sustain over time. So it wasn't like all in the first week kind of thing. Whereas this year there were so many people breaking it. All right, box number 3. 25% of the case. Bryce Terang, silver portraits, and a A&G back of Skylar Aston. They might be able to do that, Larry. I'm pretty sure that they might be able to combine the shipping. Aston on the full-size chrome. I don't do that part of the job, though, so I'm not 100% sure. Chan Ho Park base mini. But I would think that they can figure out a way to work it in there. Dylan Cruz silver portraits and a mini base of Kyle Tucker. Just send a message on one of the cards or on the break that you're in that you'd like to have the cards connected to. So when they read the messages in the morning, it'll be easier for them to connect, the dots. Adel Amador foil filigree. There's one for the beach in its spot. On Monday, we are closed tomorrow. Just so you know, there will be no responses or anything tomorrow. Aldeguerri on the silver portrait and a mini black border of Corey Seager. Okay, so we still got Roki. That's a pretty big one. Oh, here's our first numbered card. We got a gold filigree to 50. Yordan Alvarez, 18 of 50. That one is extra gold on the sides. Nice hit there for the Yordan Alvarez spot. You are on the board. There's a little mini Tommy Edman. That's pretty cool. Kirsch on the rip card. 161 of 199 for Clayton Kershaw. Abner Powell portraits and mini black border of J.J. Bleday. That only makes sense, though, Tom, if somebody with a lot of money has the card already, so they're not really caring about selling it or value. Thurman Munson, meaning like anybody else, especially after him doing what he did in the World Series, would be like, I got to off this card because it's not going to probably ever be worth more than it would have been. Corey Seager, silver portrait. Rafi Devers on the A&G mini. Because Yamamoto was brilliant in those 3 games that he pitched for the Dodgers in the World Series. So, Griffin Conine on the mini. Yeah, if it's in somebody's PC somewhere in Japan, no, they're probably not saying anything anyways. Refractor rookie there. Again, Jackson Jobe this time. We got Bobby on the silver portrait. Mookie on the N22. Don Larson base mini. Yeah, that's the next MLB set is Pristine. It's one of Mark's favorite products, too. He loves that stuff. So I would assume we're probably going to do some of it. I don't know in what fashion or how big. I don't know if we were able to procure any cases, but that looks like a red. What do we have here? A cloth mini? Yeah, cloth mini to 10. Love these. Oh, that's sick. R.I.P. Rhino. 1 of 10 on the Ryan Sandberg. That's nasty. I love it. Awesome card there, man. He was a great player, man. I watched pretty much his entire career. Maybe 85 on. He was so good. There you go. Rhino spot. Very nice. Scott Morris again, silver portrait. 1 for the state birds. That card's for the birds. Yeah, it's the Russian nesting doll product. Pack inside of a pack inside of a pack. We got Matt Shaw on the base mini. It's definitely not boring. Mackenzie Gore, silver portraits, and we've got a mini of Roger Clemens. Peter Weber, A&G mini. Another Tyler Fitzgerald portraits and a base mini of Giancarlo Stanton. Tom Marshall on the full-size chrome and the snail fit. Ugh. Yeah, if that swam up next to you, Bo, you'd think you were going to die. What is that thing? Yeah, I don't know. I still haven't seen anything on Stadium Club, which is concerning to me because I'm like you, man. I love Stadium Club. I always have, even since the 90s, man. That was one of my favorite sets when I was younger. Game used relic there of Connor Norby on the rookie relic. Will Clark's silver portrait, mini black border of Goose Goss. There's your first Goose. Hopefully that gets the ball rolling on the Gossage spot. Light the Night mini. We actually did pretty good in this box. So we had an out of 10, an out of 50, a rip card. No auto still, though. We still have not hit an auto in this case. O'Hanlon on the silver portrait, mini black border of Christian Campbell. And that one's centered. Centered pretty nicely on that Christian Campbell. Bryce Harper chrome. Mini of Masataka Yoshida. Let's get the goose loose. Pudge on the silver portrait, as well as Cade Horton. And a mini Drew Thorpe A&G back. Cy Young on the mini. That was a good box without an autograph. That was still a good box, though. That cloth mini. I love those things, man. They are so cool. Right? All right, Mike. I definitely want to pull some Nolan Ryan. I want to pull that jersey. What's the jerseys forever thing? So it'll be numbered to 30. I want to pull one of those. Derek Jeter silver portraits and a mini A&G back of Jackson Jobe. Anytime there's a halo involved, I hope that I can find something for you. May on the full-size chrome and a mini chrome of Roger Clemens. Peter Weber silver portraits and Light the Night mini. Oh, Shanwell? Okay. Well, I hope I can find Shanwell, too. Our foil filigree is, speaking of Yamamoto, World Series MVP there. Mini base version of Jacob Wilson. Yu Darvish on the silver portrait and a Chandler Simpson base mini. Here's a A&G back of Larry David. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that should be an orange filigree relic to 25. Give me a nasty relic, though. Give me a nasty relic in here. To 25. I mean, that's a pretty nasty relic without being anything too... Ted Simmons, 7 of 25, man. The old school relics are definitely jamming out of this case. 7 of 25, Ted Simmons. That's pretty nasty. Star catcher of the Cardinals. That is a nice card. I do like the filigree touch this year on the relics. They look really cool. Simmons spot, very nice. And then we got Mr. Eon on the portrait. A mini Paul Skeens again, just the base version. Pettit, A&G Mini. Chase Dollander on that silver portrait. And Honus Wagner base mini. $50 fish, the blobfish. Ty Verdes on a refractor. Big Sean on the silver portrait and mini black border of Schwarber. A Nolan Ryan base mini. Lawrence Butler portraits, mini black border of Aaron Nola. It's wild though that we haven't seen an autograph yet. Darryl Strawberry base mini. Sway Callaway portraits, mini of Vladdy Jr. on an A&G back. Abner Powell base mini. Portrait of Al Kaline and the State Bird Western Meadowlark. Full chrome of Jax and Yu Darvish on a base mini. Man, some rookie game used bat relic there. Nacho Alvarez Jr. Taylor Rooks on the portrait and a mini N22 of Nick Kurtz. I love the back half of this case. It's just loaded with autos. Bill Mazeroski base mini. Blake Snell portraits and a Trey Turner base mini. That's an orange to 25 filigree. Non-relic this time, but to 25 of Anthony Volpe. 5 of 25 for the Volpe spot. Already 3 numbered cards though. To 10 to 25 and to 50. And there's a nice Aaron Judge full-size chrome. Mini of Polar Bear, A&G back. Silver portraits of Roger Maris and Keenan Thompson. There's Shine on the base mini. The Beachnet mini. Siesta Beach. And there's some more Goose on the Wicked Cavs. Let's get serious here. I need to pull some autographs. I need some autos here. All right. Autographs. Where are you? There's a nice Marcelo Mayer silver portrait rookie for you. Hopefully there's more to come. We got the State Birds, the Rhode Island Red. Yeah, I'm about to take these boxes down. It's going down. Nice rookie there too. Dylan Cruz on the chrome. Mini J-Rod. Julio on the mini chrome. DJ Mighty Me's silver portraits and a mini base of Adrian Beltre. Actually, you know what? That way I won't forget it's down there. Foil filigree of J. Rolls and Jimmy Rollins Love. A&G back of Salvi Perez. Randy Johnson portraits and Roki Sasaki on the base mini. The good old box jellyfish for the 50 fish. And Volpe on the game used jersey piece there. So Volpe with 2 hits now in this case. Oh, that's sweet. Got Tom Marshall on the portrait. And how about a mini gold Pedro Martinez? And it's a bookend, 50 a foot 50. That's pretty rad. I like that. Pedro to 50. Nice little gold mini there for Pedro Martinez. That's pretty cool. I like when you get the numbered minis. I don't know what it is about them, but I like numbered minis. Beaching it. I actually see somebody on eBay has a PSA 10 red to 5 Mike Trout from Allen and Ginter on a mini listed, and I was like, I might have to buy that. Max Muncy portrait, mini black border of Rogers Hornsby. I was like, that's going to be pretty rad. And then he had the full-size one, too. I was like, oh, this guy's killing me, man. Same seller. I was like, I might have to buy both of those. Have the mini and the full-size red to 510s. DJ Hers on the base mini. I was like, oh, those would look nice in the PC. Tom Marshall on a refractor. Cesar Tovar on the silver portrait. And Jackson Merrill A&G mini. Emma Roberts base mini. Hello, Mr. Autograph or Mrs. Jackson Merrill portrait. Nacho Alvarez on the A&G mini. Another numbered card. Purple. Jackson Jobe, 46 of 75 on the purple refractor. A lot of numbered cards in this case, though. A lot of numbered cards. We got Jim Rice on the base mini. Tom May on the silver portrait and Ronald Acuna Jr. M22 mini. Jamie Chung base mini. Jazz Chisholm silver portrait and a base mini there of Corbin Burns. Mookie Betts full-size chrome. A mini A&G of Matt Chapman. Man. Dansby Swanson game used relic. Jeez. Aaron Judge portraits and Chad Gilbert on the base mini. Jorge Soler A&G mini. That's pretty rough, man. 5 boxes, no. I was like, jeez. Ozzie Albies silver portrait, Corbin Carroll base mini. That's not fun. I'm helping you get extra work in, right, Tom? Paul Skeens on the chrome and the Pacific football fish. You better be careful or soon you'll be at a 90% incline. Sutter and Brooks Lee are silver portraits. Mini black border of Chipper Jones. I'm literally walking up my wall right now. Please hit an autograph. Seth Meyers on the mini. Well, and that shows you too, Jason, that last case that was that good with all the autos. This is why, because it came from another case. The law of averages, unfortunately, works more in boxes of sports cards and stuff than anything else. You'll be able to do backflips and jump over people too very soon, Tom. Yep. Yeah, and now you know why, because those extra autos came from a case like this. Chandler Simpson, silver portraits, and J-Rod on the A&G Mini. That corner is dinged up. I just now noticed it. So, dinged up Chandler Simpson corner there. That's kind of crappy. Let me give you a pack wrapper for that. Bobby Witt Jr. Chrome, and a mini of James Wood. It's not a bad mini to get on a mini Chrome. Pretty solid rookie there. Kirk Gibson silver portraits, another one for the beach in that spot. Griffey, that's a nice one on the silver foil filigree. 1990 Topps photo. I think that's what that is. Matt Olson mini. I think that's from the 90 Topps. His second year Topps card. Shane Halter on the portrait and Jace Young mini. Sammy Aldegheri again on the A&G Mini. Austin Riley, game used relic. I'm starting to get worried now. Satchel Paige, silver portrait. Mini of Marcelo Mayer. Connor Norby, A&G Mini. I mean, unless... Yep. Micah Bell, silver portraits, and mini of Cam Smith. I know, I still have my PSA 10 Griffey update rookie. James Wood with an N22 mini. I don't think I will ever be able to get rid of that card. And the Mick on a refractor. Kershaw silver portraits and mini black border of Jackson Holiday. Tim Raines on the base mini. Yeah, this case just unfortunately does not have any autos in it so far. I know, man, another relic. I know they posted what the box is going to look like. That's a sweet relic. We'll take that one. Game used piece of the bat for Hall of Famer Eddie Murray. Very nice one there on the Eddie Murray. And there's a Shanwell on a silver portrait. Another one for the Knights insert set. Adley Rutschman mini. Yeah, I've seen that one, Tom. Bryce Harper, Silver Portraits, and Dalton Rushing on the mini. Yeah, I saw that one, Tom. Although that's actually pretty funny. The Say Hey Kid on the full-size chrome, and we got Ronald Acuna Jr. on the A&G mini. Yeah, this case needs something huge like that. Eckersley on the Silver Portrait, and a Tony Gwynn as well. Robin Yount on the mini, like a cut auto. If there's a cut auto in here, I completely am okay with the lack of autos, like in reality. If there's something silly or a lineup card auto, like I get it. State Birds there, the ring-necked pheasant. Not to be mistaken with a ring-necked peasant. Shine on the Silver Portraits and mini black border of Christian Yelich. Robert Hassel on the base mini. Strawberry Silver Portraits, Chase Meadroth, A&G back. Yeah. Tony Perez, foil filigree, and a Wade Boggs base mini. Yeah, I don't think I've opened a case yet that's had this, just no autos at all in 6 boxes. Jax on the Silver Portrait, and a Seahorse on the 50 Fish. We did have a case that had 4 autos, but it had some other wild stuff in it. Six rip cards, I think, was in there. Joe Torre on the full-size chrome, and a mini of Giancarlo Stanton. This one has just had 1 rip card and nothing but relics, so I do hope the second half of this case is much better. So that was not fun. Although we did get a lot of numbered cards, so maybe the numbered cards. All right, second half. Come on. Need some good juju here. Need some good juju for the peeps. Tony Gwynn on another Silver Portrait. Mini black border there of King Felix. And up goes the incline. Shine on the base mini. Shine on the Silver Portraits. Greg Barnett's A&G back. Darryl Strawberry base mini. Darryl Strawberry on the portraits. Another one for the beach in its spot. Derek Jeter full-size chrome, and Abner Powell on the base mini. This pack is really thick. All right, we got something here. That don't feel like a regular relic. Silver Portrait of Jose Ramirez, 50 Fish there, the Marlin. Oh no, we got a dual rip card. Okay. So I'll have to random this dual rip card. Oh, oh my God, you ain't ripping this one. There's no way this one's getting ripped, dog. 36 of 50, Shohei Ohtani and Roki Sasaki. Yeah, I don't think that one's getting ripped. Yeah, that might be one of the only ones in the product that I'd be like, nah, I'm not ripping this card. Oh my God, that's rad. You wouldn't think that's probably that big of a card, but I'll bet you it is. Otani and Sasaki to 50. Yeah, if you rip this thing, oof. Good luck to whoever wins that one. Come on, let me just pull a second one. Tom May on the base mini. Let me just pull a second one. We don't have to worry about a random. Yeah, right? You got to CT scan that card because you're like, it ain't going to be worth it. Spencer Steer on the silver portrait and George Kell on it. I know you would, Big Show. I know you would. Kirsch on the chrome. He's like, I don't care. Bob Gibson on the A and G back. Crime Dog on that silver portrait, as well as Bryce Harper and a mini of Trey Turner. Nick Kurtz, N22, I believe that's his second one of those. Yeah, you know what? I probably would too. I'm straight degenerate. I'd have been like, nah. Kershaw on the silver portrait. Jackson Churio A and G back. Well, I mean, you can still keep the rip card once you're done ripping it. I still have rip cards. Luis Angel Acuna on the full-size chrome and a mini of Seiya Suzuki. Chandler Simpson, regular silver portrait. That one's not dinged up. There we go, little redemption. And the blobfish again. You never know. Yadier Molina, silver foil filigree, and a base Nolan Ryan mini. Kirk Gibson portraits Rhino on the base mini. Oof. Yeah, that's a beatdown. Dario Franchetti on the A&G back. That's just wrong. How about another rip card? So we got 2 rip cards in this box. That's wild. I don't think that's ever happened. Jackson Churio, 33 of 199. So our third rip card of the case. But that box had a dual and a single rip card in it. Jax on the portrait, Yu Darvish on the base mini. Yeah, that's a huge deal. It's like they've made the cards to where you can rip them and the card still will not be very damaged. It's very true. Leslie Arfin on the A&G mini, because the ones that I've ripped, the cards are still fine. I actually thought about sending them into grade to see what it would grade with a ripped back, just because. Satchel Paige on the silver portrait, a mini of Dick Allen. There is one State Bird. J-Rod on the refractor. Mick Abel, silver portrait. And mini black border of Ethan Zahn. And there's another gold filigree to 50. Royce Lewis, 46 of 50. Way more numbered cards than expected. Paul Skeens on the base mini. A lot of numbered cards for a single case. I found another one that's fun. I found another Chinese-based company that prints licensed Star Wars stuff. Nope, it had just 2 rip cards. This stuff is cool too. Oh, I already deleted it. So this is called Card Fun Power the Force. And that is a dual auto of Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, the card is so cool. It was numbered out of 5. Like, I love this product too. A Chewie auto. Like, this stuff was so fun, and it's really, really inexpensive, man. I think I bought the boxes like 2 weeks ago, and they were already here. Straight to the door. So if you guys like Star Wars something, if you look them up, they're on eBay. Fun product, man. Super fun product. Thick cards. Dude, yeah, that dual card is it's a number 2 out of 5. It's so cool looking. Although that's going off to PSA. That's staying in the PC. That and the Chewbacca card. Corbin Carroll's silver portrait mini black border of Key Brian Hayes. Yeah, that stuff was fun, man. Ichiro on the full size chrome. And a nice rookie mini chrome there of Jacob Wilson. Zach Wheeler, silver portrait, and Mr. Eon on an A&G back. Chase Meadroff, nice rookie filigree. Carlos Correa base mini. You're going to have to take a break after this box, man. Joe Morgan on the silver portrait and the ruffed grouse state bird. Yeah, that's wild. 7 boxes, no autos. Juan Soto base mini. The 2 rip cards in 1 box. Nothing major. There's another rip card. So this is going to be one of those cases with a ton of rip cards. Albert Pujols, number 1 of 199. So our 4th rip card of the case. We know why we're not getting the autos, because there's a lot of rip cards. We got Roch. I think a silver portrait and a refractor for Tom Marshall. Nothing major, but you did hit some non-numbered parallels. Micabel base mini. Cody Bellinger portraits and a Brandon Nimmo base mini. Hank Aaron A&G back. Refractor of Skylar Aston and a Chad Gilbert silver portrait, followed by a Larry Walker base mini. Yeah, it's very true. They could, or a stained glass. I saw one get open that had a stained glass in it, and I was like, oof. I don't know. I think I'd rather have a stained glass than an auto. I love the little mini stained glasses from this product. Another card that I have to invest in for my PC. A Trout stained glass. Willie Adames silver portrait. Mini A&G there of Juan Marichal. Yeah, the chances are, though, it's not. It's not going to be a premier player. Freddie Freeman on the N22. It's going to be a Connor Norby. That'll be your red auto. Seth Meyers on the silver portrait and Jorge Solera on the mini black border. You're going to be like, yeah, I got a mini auto out of a rip card. And then it's Connor Norby. No shade on Connor Norby. He's still got a shot. Richard Kind on the base mini. I have lots of his rookie autos, actually, which is funny that I would mention him. I've got a ton of Connor Norby stuff. Corbin Burns on the silver portraits, and we've got Andrew Romine on the A&G Mini. Yeah, it's the only product that has that mini stained glass in it. Hank Aaron on the full-size chrome, at least out of the top space. Top stuff. Panini has their own, of course, for years. Hey, look what we found. And that's a sweet one, too. Dario Franchitti. Hall of Fame racer there. 3-time Indy 500 winner. Very nice. And he's got a beautiful autograph, man. That is a sweet auto there. Yeah, there's no doubt. If you didn't know what nationality he is. Dario Franchitti. Alex the Great on the silver portrait, and a Lawrence Butler A&G Mini. Part of my brethren right there. Yeah, and I hit the Pacino in the last case. It's nice to see my fellow Italians showing up. Scott Sheldon on the base Mini. Albert Pujols silver portraits, and the kelp bass on that Mini for the fish. Yeah, decline now, Tom. You can decline the walk. Kevin Alcantara, full-size chrome, and a Mini of Ricky Henderson. He's like back down to 0% on the incline. Mike Mussina, silver portrait, and chef reactions as well, followed by Mel Ott on the base Mini. Franchitti, Moises Ballesteros on the A&G back. Franchetti. I've never met the guy. I heard he's pretty good at racing though. Depends too if you're Italian or you're Sicilian. Even though the names can be spelled exactly the same, they pronounce them completely different for some reason. Oh! Wes Bergman on the silver portrait, mini black border of Adel Amador. Joe Morgan on the chrome card, and mini of Luis Angel Acuna. Number 9. Number 9, Timmy. 3 more after this one. Michael McGreevy, a silver portrait, and A&G back of Nick Kurtz. Thurman Munson's foil filigree. And a mini of Jim Bunning. Leslie Arfin, silver portrait, the Tiger Shark on the 50 fish. Yep. One is low and one is low. Hey, get back here. Ryan Bliss on the mini. He just went somewhere too, didn't he? Brandon Lau just got traded to Pittsburgh, right? Not too long ago. Was it Pittsburgh that he went to? Oh, here we go. Now we're heating up with the autos. This should be numbered to, oh man, 39 of 50. I can't remember. To 50 on this auto. Oh my God. 2 breaks in a row. I got the hot hand for some Livy ink. 39 of 50. Well. Well. Livy Dunn in back-to-back cases on some ink. Ryan Bliss, Silver Portraits, and Light the Night Mini. Yeah, I think he went to the Pirates. Ryan O'Hearn, too? Yeah, that's right. The Pirates did make a lot of moves for positional players. Jackie on the Mini. I mean, but their pitching staff, dude, their starting staff is going to be unreal for Pittsburgh. Like, seriously. Lauren Elena on the Silver Portrait and a base Logan Webb. You're going to have Skeens, Jones, Seth Hernandez soon. Oh my God, dude, that pitching staff. Luke Keeschel on the AMG Mini. Scott Morris Refractor, Kerry Carpenter Portraits, and a mini base version of Dizzy Dean. The Mockingbird for the State Birds. Joey G on the Silver Portraits and a mini of Vladdy Sr. There we go, a little mini Dizzy Dean. The Tigerfish for the 50 fish spot. Yeah, I've been along. We've only pulled one Cranston auto, right? Just that one I pulled on release day. Reggie Jackson Silver Portrait. Mini black border of Pete Crow Armstrong. I don't think I've pulled one since. That Livy's probably worth more, though. Ted Williams on the mini, I would think. I haven't actually looked to see what her autographs sell for, but Sajazi on the Silver Portraits, and there's Mr. Dario again on the A&G back. 7. Hey. Wait your turn. No, I haven't pulled one of those yet. We pulled one of the World Series ones for the Dodgers. That was pretty cool, but that's about the Verdes on the Chrome, but we haven't pulled any of those Royce Lewis base mini. There we go. Back-to-back autos in this. So now we're getting into the autographs. We're upside down. Reese Hoskins. At least the autographs are starting to stack up now. Hoskins on the base auto. Alcantara Silver Portraits and an A&G back of Eric Keene. Matty Chapman mini. At least we're starting to put some autographs on the board here at the end of it. Tamayuki Sagano Portraits. Another State Bird. Sway Callaway on the Chrome. And Rogers Hornsby on that mini. And it's funny, no numbered cards. So the box that had 2 rip cards and this box that had 2 autographs, no numbered cards. But everything else kind of had a numbered card in it. Yogi Berra Portrait, as well as Ben Rice, and a mini of Ron Santo on the A&G back. And Luis Arias on an A&G mini to end box number 9. So 3 more to go. Come on, let's get one more auto per box. Yeah, it started out rough. I was like, okay, we've had way too many relics here. Like, we need something else. But yeah, the rip cards and now the Livy Dunn auto. It started to balance out to make it a good case. Lou Brock on the silver portrait and Tony Gwynn on the base mini, because I was worried there. I was worried there after the first 6 boxes. Ben Rice A&G mini, although I do like the cloth of Ryan Sandberg. Ketel Marte silver portrait and DJ Khaled on that base mini. Beach in it mini. Pedro silver portraits and mini black border of Lawrence Butler. Gunnar Henderson chrome and a mini base version of Lou Gehrig. There we go. Yeah, the auto's coming fast and furious now. Can we hit a good celebrity? Rookie ink. Connor Gillespie on the base auto. Little pitcher ink there, right? I think he's a pitcher. Nice one. Gillespie. So another auto. Okay. Silver portrait of Jacob deGrom and mini black border of Rust. It'd be funny if all the boxes were nothing but autos now. Ellie on the base mini. Let's wait it up with like 7 or 8. Because the last like 3 boxes had 2 each. I'm hopeful. Paul Molitor, silver portraits, and a mini of Max Muncy, A&G back. No, unfortunately not. And why we did not get any Allen GINTER X. I wish, dude. That product is always loaded. Jim Catt on the filigree. Kirk Gibson on the chrome. And Jose Barrios on the base mini. Mel Ott portrait, as well as Wyatt Langford and Tatis on the N22. That's what it states, but you'll get a lot. I think it was like three boxes in the case usually had 2 autos. Like I saw somebody on YouTube open 1 box, 2 autos in it. Bryce Harper on the base mini. They just don't print as many of the base cards, so you will get a lot of multiple auto boxes. And they're all numbered for the most part, too. I think to like 50 and 25. Yeah, GINTER X is really good. That's why the price goes up really fast on it. As soon as people see that, they're like, oh, there's usually 2 autos in a box. Seiya Suzuki silver portrait and the Cactus Wren. And I think it's, for the most part, like the better signers in the X checklist. Plus, a lot of them, because they're all black cards, even the minis on the autographs. They sign them with silver ink, gold ink, and different colored inks to get them to show the autograph, which I think looks really cool. Ronald Acuna on the full-size chrome, and a mini chrome of Bo Jackson. Nacho Alvarez silver portraits and mini black border of Keenan Thompson. Yeah, that's more expensive than they were last year, but last year was really, really good. So I'm assuming that this year is probably going to be the same. Ballesteros, nice rookie filigree. Imanaga on the base mini. And the 1 box I saw had a auto to 25 of DJ Mighty Me and an auto to 50 of Nick York. Shanwell on the silver portraits. Lauren Elena on the A&G mini. And I was like I'm not going to complain about a box with 2 autos for $180. Ever. Not nowadays. Will Clark, base mini. And the refractors, the full-size chrome refractors, are a black card. So they look really cool. Dude, we're on a heater now. This case, the second half of it, we got a blue mini framed auto. Rookie ink. Oh, very nice. Dylan Cruz, 38 of 99. Boy, did this case, like, drastically improve over the last couple of boxes. Dylan Cruz, rookie ink to 99. All right. David Festus Silver Portrait, Riley Green on the A&G Mini, and another box with 2 autos in it. Good case, good case. Thanks for giving us some autographs. Phil Niekro on the base mini. Alex Bregman on the Silver Portrait, and another one for the Light of the Night spot. William Contreras on the base mini. Ginter's one of those products, though, that worries me sometimes. Like, if you don't start out good, you're like, could this just be one of them cases that didn't really get much? Nice rookie refractor there of Cam Smith. And a Griffin Conine Silver Portrait, Austin Riley, A&G, and that is the no-numbered short print. So Austin Riley spot on the board, only 50 copies of that mini. Kerry Carpenter, A&G back. Yeah, no, this case turned into a really good one. A really, really good one. So, I mean, let's pile it on now. Let's pile it on with these last 2 boxes. Let's see something super rare. Let's see something super rare. Let's pull a Deguro type. You know what we haven't pulled in a while is a tin type. Have not seen a tin type card in quite a few cases, have we? It's been a while since I've pulled one. I think it was Ozzie Smith was the last one I pulled. Ty Cobb on that Portrait, and the Marlin for the 50 fish. Manny Machado Chrome and Mini Chrome of Ronald Acuna Jr. There we go. That'd be nice. I would not complain at all pulling a nice Teddy ball game on the tin type. Brian Cranston Silver Portrait, Mini Black Border of Cal Ripken Jr. Rhino on the filigree, and Will Clark on the base mini. Do we have one more super rare? Andres Jimenez Portrait, Aaron Judge A&G back. That's 7 packs. Tom May on the base mini. This case went from cold to absolutely scorching. Another numbered blue mini framed auto. Rookie ink. Levi Jordan, 15 of 99. Boy, did this case like just completely do a 180. Another blue framed auto to 99. Shota Imanaga Silver Portraits. And Felix Hernandez on the A&G Mini. Lou Gehrig on the Mini. Like, had I opened this case at home and I started with the right side, I would have been like, no, what have I done? Oh my God, what is happening to me? Campanella on the Silver Portraits and the Cactus Rim. It is literally a tale of two halves of a case. Shane Halter on the base mini. I should know better by now. I've opened enough cards and cases. Joe Morgan on the refractor, Denzel Clark silver portrait, and Garrett Crochet no numbered short print. There we go. 50 copies of that bad boy right there. Mr. Runner-up for the Cy Young. Ozzie Albies A&G Mini. I can't wait to get back into some more Cosmic Baseball. Make sure you're checking the eBay store because I know we have more Cosmic Baseball on the horizon. Drake Baldwin, silver portrait, nice rookie there, and John Hall on the base mini. Cosmic is always a blast. Alec Boehm, A&G mini. Frankie Lindor, silver portrait, and Drewski on the base mini. Light the Night mini. Drew Thorpe, silver portraits, and mini black border of Tommy Edman. Bo Jackson, full-size chrome. And Gaylord Perry on that base mini. Come on, give me another auto. Give me another auto. Oh, finally ran out of autos. But that is a nice rookie game-used relic there of James Wood. Rookie relics and old retired players. That's who we want. Grant McCray on the portrait and a mini black border of Salvi Perez. Ethan Zahn base mini. Andres Jimenez silver portraits, and we've got Brandon Coleman on that A&G back. The Mickey Mantle on that full-size chrome. Mini of Steve Carlton. Silver portraits of Bert Blyleven and Riley Green. Another one for the Beach-Net spot. Juan Soto base mini, and that'll wrap up box number 11. There it is, the final box. At least one more auto, come on. One more auto and a one of some kind. Whether it's a one of one wood parallel, a mini printing plate. There are so many different one of ones to choose from. Let us find one in this last box so that way this can be a super refractor Saturday. Aiden Birdsong silver portrait and Mark Long on the A&G mini. Laura Prapon on the full-size chrome and a mini chrome of Ernie Danks. Paul Rust silver portrait. Cade Horton base mini. Chan Ho Park on the filigree and a Western Meadowlark for the State Bird. Joe Torre portraits. Mini black border of Christy Mathewson. 7 packs. Right? Yeah. Bo Jackson base mini. We are going to get at least one more auto. Base ink here. Let's be that guy. We could use a Nick Kurtz auto. Nick Yorkie. I talked about York in the last one. There he is. All I had to do was talk about Nick York, and he showed up in this case. Brent Rooker on the silver portrait. There's my guy Cuero on a mini black border. Sweet little card there. Nice little color match. That one's centered pretty well, too. A little heavy on the bottom, but Nick York showing up. Stan Musial base mini. Nolan Arenado silver portrait and Hyesung Kim on the A&G back. Fred McGriff base mini. Refractor of Sway Calloway and silver portrait of Drew Nix. Greens Ledge Lighthouse for the Light the Night insert. Yes, we can. I have faith. Filigree of Adrian Beltre and Joey G on the base mini. Let us make it happen in this last stack, this last 12 packs. I need a auto and a 1 of 1 or a combination of those two cards into one. Andrew Jones on the portrait, the Swordfish on the mini for the 50 fish. Or we get a really rad relic. If we get a relic of like game used Nolan Ryan or something, I won't complain about that. Juan Soto base mini. Love those relics too. Shohei Ohtani on the silver portrait and Ethan Zahn base mini. Ty Cobb, A&G back. He probably actually has a real Alan Ginter back from back in the day. Gary Sheffield, silver portrait. King Felix on that base mini. Ozzie Smith on the chrome, and we've got the Baltimore Oriole on that State Birds mini. Everything over here. So one more hit in these last 6 packs. Come on, be a good one. It is going to be a relic. Come on, give me an old school player. Hey, I'll take Andrew Jones. Game used piece of the bat for one of the best center fielders defensively I ever got to see. Silver portrait of Gunner, and we've got a mini A&G of Raleigh Fingers. Is that the last hit? The Common Loon. I think we all know a couple of those. McCutcheon on the silver portrait and mini black border of George Sisler. There's Emma Roberts on a chrome card and mini of Harmon Killebrew. Well, that card did not feel like a base card. Silver portrait of Walter Johnson and James Wood. Caden Dana A&G mini. And that brings us to the last pack. Ketel Marte on the base mini, and that will wrap it up. But that was a very, very good case. Whoa, 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 you stay there. From 0 to hero, that case did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ended up with 7 autographs, and we didn't have any throughout the first, 6 or 7 boxes? That's pretty awesome. Lowest numbered auto was a banger. Livy Dunn to 50 on the green mini framed auto. Great hit there. Our blues to 99. We got Levi Jordan. And another good one here, Dylan Cruz. A couple of really nice autos in this case. And our base autographs. We got Nick York, Connor Gillespie, Reese Hoskins, and Franchitti on the base auto. Relics. We did get a numbered relic here on an orange filigree to 25 of Teddy Simmons. Old school catcher there for the Cardinals. Base relics the rest of the way through. We got James Wood and Connor Norby. Andrew Jones, Austin Riley, Anthony Volpe, Jim Rice, and Sammy Sosa. Our mini framed relics, we got Eddie Murray, Dansby Swanson, Nacho Alvarez Jr., Christopher Morel, and Lawrence Butler. Numbered cards, we started out really good with those and then cooled off once the autographs started. Lowest numbered parallel was this orange filigree to 25 of Mr. Anthony Volpe. Sweet one here, love this card. Mini gold refractor of Pedro Martinez and a bookend. Sweet little card there. Also to 50 on a filigree, we got Yordan Alvarez as well as Royce Lewis. Purple to 75 refractor there of Jackson Jobe. No numbered short print minis, 50 copies of these. We got Garrett Crochet and Austin Riley. Nice one here, probably one of my favorite cards from the rip. The out of 10 cloth of Ryan Sandberg. Really cool card there. Congrats to the Rhino spots. Our case hit, X-Fractor, La Máquina, Albert Pujols. And our rip cards, we did get 4 rip cards. 3 single rips here. These are all numbered to 199. Jackson Churio, Clayton Kershaw, and Mr. Pujols once again. And a nice dual rip card here of Mr. Shohei Ohtani and Roki Sasaki. I'm going to do a random for that one right now. That's why I waited to show it off. So good luck to those 2 spots. As always, we use random.org. You can see we put Shohei and Roki on the list. I'm going to use a virtual dice roller. Get us a couple of die here. We got 11. So I'm going to randomize the 2 names 11 times. Whichever one is in the 1 position at the end will win the dual rip card. So good luck to both spots. There's number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and for the winner, Mr. Shohei Ohtani is in the 1 position, as you can see, and it has been rolled 11 times. So this dual rip goes to the Shohei Ohtani spot. Congrats, Ohtani. Very sorry to the Sasaki spot. But that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it here from the Hobby Legends Studios. I'll be back, I think, at 11:30. So about a half an hour to rip some, I believe it's Bowman Chrome U with some Safi. So hopefully I can pull a 1-of-1 Paparadasha. That is always the goal here on Super Fractor Saturday. Thanks, everybody, for joining and hanging out, whether you were in the break or not. We always do appreciate you. And congrats to the hitters in this one. Hopefully next time, if you didn't hit, we can do much better for you. We do have more ANGs, so I would expect that we're going to do some in the near future. So keep your eyes peeled on our eBay store. And as always, if you'd like to grade anything from this break or any of our breaks, just click on the affiliate link in our YouTube chat. It'll be a pinned message up at the top that will take you straight over to our Google Docs sheet. Fill out that form and we will send it off to PSA or BGS. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day, great weekend. Enjoy some football if I don't see you. And hopefully we will see you the next time. Until then, everyone, keep on ripping. Bye.